Guys, don't make the mistake I did when I did the timing belt job. Let's talk about it. So my neighbors, what mistake did I make? On the last video, I was doing the timing belt. Unfortunately, I didn't make any mistakes on the timing set. But I did make a mistake because I was in a rush to finish the job by using this. That's right. So-called worm drive clamps. Stainless steel. High quality, right? Well, I chose the wrong hose to use this thing on. What happened was that as I was driving, I noticed, oh, there's a puddle of water coming out of my car at the bottom. I was like, what the heck it is? I hope it's not the water pump. And took it, I stopped it, look underneath. Luckily, it was not the water pump. It was the lower radiator hose. Now, in a rush, I couldn't get the OEM spring clamp back on, so I decided to use a worm drive clamp. Now, it had initially worked, but after heating up, after a couple of heat cycles, it started leaking, right? So what's happening here? The problem is that the difference between these OEM clamps, the spring type clamps, versus the worm drive, is that worm drives, they tighten up to the point of where you apply pressure to the nut here, and they will only apply that pressure, and it'll be static pressure as much as it goes, right? But the problem is that with rubber hoses, as it heats up and cools down, they tend to expand, shrink, get softer, get harder, and these clamps will only apply the same pressure that it always applied when you tightened it. So as the hose gets warmer, what happens is the hose starts getting more flexible. And so it starts leaving a gap, right? Because it's more soft, now the gap is getting larger, right? And when it cools down, it expands again and it fits back, right? So, you know, the worm clamp, if you get a proper size fitting one, it might work for a while. But if you live in places with different climate conditions, summer, winter, I would definitely not recommend ever using these, okay? Because they don't apply pressure evenly and they don't apply pressure constantly. Now, you can go and try to crank it down really hard, but that would not be a good idea either, because um, these radiators, especially the bottom one, the bottom outlet there, or that one is not made of metal. So if you crank this down, right, even with just a nut driver, you could crack the radiator. So no matter how hard you have to squeeze that clamp, no matter how hard it is to slide into place, no matter what tool you have to go and buy, do it right. Get that OEM style hook spring clamp back onto the hose. And see you in the next one.